Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. Yet the journey is not yours alone, for you have already been blessed with a beautiful son, Seth, and it is the strength of your love that shall nourish you as a family. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage, and when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of strange, right? You're standing here, looking very fancy, holding each other's hands, being looked at in amazement by pretty much everyone who's meant something to you in the past 20 or so years. So why do we do it? The marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as so crucial. We acknowledge it special status by sharing it with others. Why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It is the great unifier, our one universal truth, that no matter who you are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. And that's why you, Mark and Tonia, are standing here. And that's why you, family and friends, are here sharing and watching Mark and Tonia standing here today. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you join in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is a union of two people, to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Mark and Tonia, you're about to make promises that you intend to keep. You're going to vow to take care of each other, to stand up for one another and find happiness in the other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. You're teaming up and saying, every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of it. Mark, do you promise to kill spiders, mice and everything else that Tonia deems creepy or gross? Do you promise to share your dessert with Tonia, even if your piece was only half the size of hers? Do you promise to let Tonia rein you in on eBay purchases for car parts? Because you probably have enough by now. Do you promise to try not to steal the covers at night or beat Tonia up because you're having that ninja dream again? Do you promise to try and remember to put down the toilet seat and replace the toilet roll when it finishes? Do you vow to embrace Tonia's love of the beach and enjoy it with her as often as possible? Tonia, do you promise to attend car shows with Mark and at least pretend to show interest in horsepower, engines and custom modifications, even if you have no idea what he is talking about? Do you promise to go fishing, provided Mark takes care of all the slimy, scaly, pokey or just plain disgusting things? Do you promise to let Mark rein you in at the shoe shop? Because you probably have enough by now. Do you promise to scoop the dog poop and try not to bring home any more puppies? Do you promise not to whine about how loud Mark revs snot rod and the stinky petrol fumes unless the neighbours complain? Tonia, Do you promise to always help Mark find his stuff that is usually right in front of him?
I do.
It now gives me great pleasure to pronounce you husband and wife. Mark, you may now kiss your bride. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't always happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, it's not even this moment, it's every moment. Big ones like saying, I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments, falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, spending holidays with your families, binge watching Netflix, getting a big hug when you get home from work. These everyday moments fuse together in one big experience, and even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. By trying to describe love is one of our favourite pastimes. We use the words we have to write stories and poems and songs about love. And even though we describe love in different ways, and even though love can look different from one person to the next, we all know when we see it. And we see it here, today.